Hello, hello. um, so this is gonna be a little bit different. I apologize in advance. This is gonna be the lighting. I just got home from work and I'm trying to decompress a little bit, so I don't really want the bright lights in my face. And these northern lights make me happy. So again, I'm trying to put myself in an environment that makes me happy. It's been a rough couple days. So this is more of just like a check-in. I'm not really planning to do like a reading or anything like that. I haven't like asked for messages or anything like that. So this is more just a check-in. I know energetically there's just been a lot going on prior to today. Just with the full moon and the lunar eclipse, just coming into Aries season and everything. It's been a lot. And for those of us that are, I know, again, I see this all the time, that we're all, as human beings, we're of course all going to be impacted by energies and by the moon and all the things, right? But then there's some of us that feel things a little bit extra and a little bit more. So I know it's just been a lot. So just wanted to see how everybody else is doing, and but you know that you're not alone. That it's been feeling pretty rough. And then on top of it, then we have today, which I'm sure I'm still a little baby channel, so I think most of my followers are probably pretty local. And if not, I'm sure, I believe it's probably national news now about the bridge in Baltimore. That happened last night, and it just seems so silly to be upset about a bridge. But I think that's part of why I wanted to come on tonight and just put this out there and kind of check in, because I know I'm not alone. But there's some people that may feel like they're alone and feel crazy for having such an attachment to something that's not a person. But yeah, I think it's just it's more than just the structure. Again, for those of us, especially those of us local, we have our little communities and cities that are on either side of this bridge, and it's been there for for most of us our entire lives. It's been there close to 50 years. And again, it symbolizes so much. Which I think is part of it. And then again, just the reality that there was lives lost. And I think that's a real fear that I'm sure all of us at one point have thought about, like, not maybe just even on that bridge, but maybe because we're local and we commute that bridge so often, maybe that one a little bit more. But I think it's a real fear that people have about bridges, and understandably, again, I think that's part of it too. It's just so crazy to think about, really. And I think it's just all of it coming together, and still just being in disbelief. And again, it's something, I think for a lot of us this symbolizes our home, our community, our connection to other family. Like me, I have family on the other side of that bridge. And again, it's not to say that we can't get to the other side now. We obviously have other routes and tunnels and things like that. But again, it's just, we're a water community, a water town, Chesapeake Bay. So again, a lot of us grew up on the water, and have, fond memories of being out there, on the water near the bridge and going over the bridge. For many of us on this side of the bridge, that's that's the connection to the beach, to vacation, to the Eastern Shore. That's the route that you take, and it signifies coming home. You're almost home when you get to the bridge. And again, it's always just been part of our background and our scenery. Things that you don't really even, you don't pay that much attention to because it's just always there. And now that it's not there, I think that reality is hard. But again, I think it just highlights again, kind of what I was saying in previous videos, just about just the way that you look at things, and seeing everything as special or a miracle, or again, it's all the things that we kind of take for granted, like the little things and the people. And again, I think it just highlights that again, you just never know. The craziest, most imaginable things happen all the time, and it's so hard to grasp, and process. And again, I just think it's just another example of that, though. Like that, again, things that, I was going through trying to like find pictures. I'm like, I know I have pictures because again, it's our backdrop, it's our scenery. And I can't believe that I've only found like a handful so far. But again, it's, even if I don't have physical pictures, like there's infinite amount of memories, that I think we all have. But just knowing that, that it's gone. And I think that's just grief in general, I think. We don't just grieve people, we grieve situations, we grieve, things. And you're not crazy. I think, again, it's just part of our human experience, and, we're attached to things, on many different levels. And I think, yeah, it's really hard to kind of wrap your mind around. And again, that's just kind of, I think, because it's got like a personal place here. But again, bigger picture, just knowing like how this is going to impact so much, and so many people. And like you said, and then of course the people, who's lost their lives, and the families affected. And it's just so hard to wrap our minds around and understand. And again, it's just these things that, I'm a firm believer in that everything happens for a reason. And but these things are what's hard to still feel the same way, and know that there's a reason that this happened. And it just doesn't make sense. And maybe one day it will make sense. But I kind of just wanted to get on here and, again, just kind of check in, I think even if you're not local, I think everybody can kind of put themselves in that kind of situation, and just know how devastating it is. But again, we're all going through things all the time. We've overcome things, especially in our communities that's affected now. We've had our fair share of natural disasters and different things that's affected the community, and again, those are also unimaginable, but we build back, and it's just so so hard to comprehend, and it's going to take a long time, I think, before it seems real. Even seeing it just doesn't seem real. But I just want everyone to know that you're not alone. You're not crazy for grieving over a bridge, a structure. Again, I just think, just don't take things for granted. Don't take people for granted or situations, and just really, none of us know when it's our time. None of us know. There's no guarantees about any of this. So again, I think it's just a reminder, again, just to enjoy every moment, the people, the sunsets, the sunrises, whatever it is, like every little thing. Again, I said it before, and apparently it was Albert Einstein that said the quote that I was trying to think of, but if you can live your life as if everything's a miracle, or you can live your life as though nothing's a miracle. So again, I think it's just emphasized that for me, even more. But yeah, I know this was different, and I just wanted to check in, and I appreciate everyone that's checked in and shared positive thoughts and healing thoughts and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, and again, even if you're not affected by all this, again, especially those of us that are the empathic people, and the deep feelers, and the sensitive, where we're sensitive to energies, I feel you, and it's kind of like an autoimmune disease, where you look okay on the outside and people don't understand that you're sick. To me, that's kind of what it's like to be empathic, and to be one of the deep feelers, wherever, energetically, you're just affected by everything and everyone. So, in times like this, the collective energy is just kind of debilitating. I'm not gonna lie. And to try to function, in everyday life, it can be really hard. So, again, just remember to take care of yourself as well. Whether it's just kind of being in an environment that brings you some comfort and peace. But just know that you're not alone. And yeah, thank you again, and I love you all, and again, take care of yourself, and yeah, talk to you soon.